Welcome to week 12 of 2024. We are 3 months into the new year, and that is marked on Tuesday, the 19th of March, by embarking on the spring season in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere they're embarking on the autumn season. Now, what most people maybe do not know is that astrology and all the zodiac signs are based on the ecliptical, so it's based on the seasons of a year. So Tuesday is very important astrologically because it's the start of the new astrology year. It's 0 degrees of Aries, where the sun will be moving into, and that means a whole fresh energy, a clean slate, a new beginning. Lots of playful energies in the air, because interestingly, also that day, March 19th, Tuesday, the moon moves into Leo. So I've noticed that the moon often plays along with important transits, and it's not surprising because the moon rules our everyday life. So the moon in Leo and the sun in Aries at the beginning means that the coming 3 months are going to be potentially very playful, very youthful, very energetic, very lively, very passionate, very action-driven, very fun, motivated to be more fully you. And that's going to be exponentially given more energy to when we have the solar eclipse April 8th. So it's a very energetic day, Tuesday, but it's also the beginning of the next 3 months. So what most astrologers will tell you, and me too, is that it's an energy to use. It's like a new moon phase because it's a whole new year. For astrology, for nature, the year begins when the sun moves into 0 degrees of Aries, which is Tuesday. So happy new astrology year, and make use of this energy. This is an excellent time to create vision boards, to use this spark of energy that Aries is for a new start. And because Aries is about the beginning of something big, you know, a 12-sign journey, or 12-month in this case, it's about your goals, your motivations, your plans, and where you feel drawn to, where you feel that motivation to, and just go after that, go do it, go fight for it, you know, be in line with your passion, be in line with yourself. And yeah, so this is an energy you want to really use. And it's interesting because not only is it playful and youthful and energetic, which is great for the coming 3 months, but the moon is opposite Pluto at the beginning of Aquarius, and it is positively working with the sun. And positively, you know, the sun is positively working with the moon. So there's an interesting dynamic here between Pluto, the moon, and the sun, meaning that the coming 3 months is going to be all about empowerment. And, you know, my last eclipse video about the Libra eclipse that occurs March 25th next week is very telling on this topic, because it's about empowering yourself, knowing who you are, and being very bold, very fierce, very audacious, you know, very extravagant in who you are and the expression of who you are. And clearly this birth chart of the spring season, 0 degrees Aries, is showing that again, you know. This is about firmly standing in who you are. Also quite interesting, that same day, Tuesday the 19th, is a big day. It's also when Mercury is starting its pre-shadow period, meaning it's losing its momentum, it's losing its power it seemingly is going backwards, right? I mean, not yet. It's in pre-shadow period, but the energy is waning, meaning the planet of our mind, Mercury, is slowing down. And I think it's so meaningful because last year the same happened, that Mercury that governs our mind and our communication skills, information, is having a slow momentum with eclipses. And I think that's very meaningful because we need to process all that's going on. These eclipses are major shifters because Pluto in Aquarius is involved. And I think the same was last year as well. So we need to be able to process all the new frequencies and information that is coming into this world, into our reality, into our own personal lives. So Mercury in Aries is starting to slow down, and it means that you know, you should be careful with your communication. Anything involving writing, speaking, you know, all that communication skills, contracts, all of that needs to be very carefully looked over several times because we're losing focus. And even though there's this great desire and passion to start, our mind will not have the full capability to actually start. So it seems that there is a contemplation or something going on. There's a process going on. And you know, it will take 2 weeks before Mercury is officially fully in retrograde motion. But so if you have anything you want to do, write, share, this is your time, I suppose, because once it goes retrograde, the focus is fully gone, in my own experience when it comes to Mercury. So we are on one way completely ready to start a new chapter, but then our mind needs to catch up on that. So there's an evaluation process going on about who we are, and it's time to fully stand clear on that notion. I think that's Mercury retrograde in Aries is going to be about. It's right smashed Mercury in between the North Node and Chiron in Aries. So that's super meaningful. It means that our mind is catching up upon our healing process of our identity and all that has kept us from being fully, uniquely who we are, has kept us away from that empowerment, that power of authenticity. And as I said, the mind is catching up. We are finding the words to explain ourselves and what we want. And so yeah, enjoy this process. It's quite a lot and it's very meaningful, as I said. Then I would say, closing out this week on Friday, Mars moves into Pisces. And interestingly, actually, Mars is the ruler of all that's occurring on Tuesday, because it's the ruler of Aries. So it's moving into Pisces, again, slowing down, rest, sleep, more silence, things that Mars doesn't necessarily like, but it's a very spiritual upgrade. Our goals are going through a process of healing as well. It has to do with knowing who you are. It's going to change your goals, and Mars in Pisces needs spiritual motivation, needs energetic motivation, needs to level up in spirit, in soul. And yeah, so it's an interesting week. Be sure to use that energy on Tuesday. And then things might feel exciting and yet slow. So So I think that's perfect because that's when you really get to enjoy what you're experiencing. So happy 12th week of 2024. See you in the next one. Bye.